Hey, what's going on YouTube? Lionel here, and I do have a second review for you guys. This one is going to come from the house of Michael Kors, and it is called Michael for Men. Now, I'm going to try to keep this one relatively short and kind of give you a quick rundown. Now, if you are a fan of Pure Malt, if you're a fan of 1270, if you're a fan of La Dandy, if you are a fan of those if you're a fan of those spicy tobacco boozy type of fragrances, this will be one of those categories. I mean, it falls right into that line of fragrance. Now, this one is considered a aromatic fougere, but whatever you put 1270 in those in, spicy oriental, woody orientals, whatever, I would classify this one in the same vein. Now, let me get right into the notes. The notes are coriander. We have fir resin. You have tarragon, which I don't know what that smells like. Star anise, and we have caraway, bergamot, coriander, and cinnamon. In the heart, you have tobacco, incense, and suede. In the base, sandalwood, plum, patchouli, and dried fruits. Now, I will tell you this right from the jump that the base is in the top to me. I mean, there isn't much transition in this fragrance as it relates to those notes. I mean, the pyramid doesn't make any sense to what you smell and how it experiences or the experience you have on your skin, or at least on my skin. Uh, as soon as you spray this, you're going to immediately come into the mind of like pure malt or pure Havana. You know, not pure Havana. Pure Havana is a lot sweeter, but definitely 1270. Definitely, you know, sort of Dolce Gabbana. The one something in that line, you're going to immediately be. You're going to remember. Like if you've smelled any of those fragrances, you're going to have an epiphany. It's going, pow! Oh, this smells like something. Now, it doesn't smell like any of those, but you would definitely. It's like you see somebody and like that dude has to be some kin to him, right? One of those types of things. You spray this and you say Michael has to be some kin to Pure Mart 12s. Like they, they probably wasn't in in cahoots, but they definitely have the same. They were going for the same thing. Now this one lacks the booziness of 1270. It lacks the booziness of Pure Malt, but it definitely has a boozy component, right? That tobacco, dried fruit spice sort of comes off as cognac or whiskey or something along that line. Definitely not as prominent, definitely not as deep, but definitely there. Um, Another fragrance that sort of reminded me of is Japan Noir, right? Japan Noir in the top has that spicy fruitiness. Michael Kors also has that. So let's talk about it real quick. You spray it, it's spicy. You're gonna get the coriander. You're gonna get the caraway. You're gonna get the cinnamon. You're gonna get those notes. Immediately, the fruity notes come in and just start to mesh with it. You're getting this plum and this dry fruit, and it's just fruity and spicy. You really can't pick out a note. You just know it's fruity and it's spicy. Then the tobacco comes in really, really immediately in this fragrance and adds the more spicy, a little more. You know how tobacco does. Sort of gives it that, you know, cigarette. Not a cigarette, but that tobacco feeling, that tobacco vibe. And they all start playing together, and that's what you get with this fragrance. And they just sort of throughout the fragrance, you just kind of see them go like this. It's a little more spicy. It's a little more fruity. It's a little more tobacco. A little more tobacco. A little more fruity. A little more spicy. And that's how the fragrance really goes. Now, again, there's a vintage, and then there's a reformulated. I happen to have the reformulated. As you see here, I have a sample vial. I end up getting like 5 or 10 of these, maybe 5 of these for peanuts. I can't remember what I paid for them, but the price was so great I didn't pass up on it. Um, and I really wanted to go through those before I got a bottle. Ended up seeing a bottle for a really good deal and didn't jump on it. I really should have. Anyway, with that said, um, if you like spicy, if you like 1270, if you like, you know, It's one of those just fruity, spicy Japan Noirs, the you know Cooper Square. If you've ever smelled Cooper Square from Bond, if you like any of those fragrances, you may absolutely adore this fragrance. I mean, it is just I don't. I'm surprised it just doesn't get more love in the community. Like, I'm surprised this isn't on almost everybody's top 10 list, especially for the popularity of Pure Malt in 1270. I would buy this 20 times over before I bought Pure Malt. I mean, I'm talking about, 1270. Sort of has a Dolce and Gabbana feel to it. I mean, it is just a gorgeous fragrance. So, let me tell you about the compliment factor. I haven't gotten one, not one. Worn it a few times. No one's ever said anything, and I don't care because it's such a gorgeous, gentleman fragrance. It sort of has an astuteness to it, right? It sort of has you know, I'm 35, so I'm 35. I'm in a nice button-down shirt, some jeans, some I don't know, some Hugo Boss, some Kenneth Cole, some Ferragamo. I don't know. I just got on some nice pointy dress shoes, Robert Wayne boots, nice jeans, and I'm just a classic suburban black dude, right? This fragrance complements that to the T. Also, I, I it could be a perfect signature scent to work because of the sillage. Now, if I would put any mark on this, it would be the projection of sillage. It sort of projects like Dolce and Gabbana does, but has the longevity in a good department. The longevity is about 8 hours. It'll get you. So this fragrance will get you through a work day. You'll probably smell it half of the work day. 4 hours, 5 hours, uh, and around the 4 hour mark, it starts to get quite romantic. But if you got your arm around your girl, you're at the movies and you got your arm around your girl, perfect fragrance. Perfect fragrance for a movie. Perfect fragrance for a dinner. Because when I go to dinner, I don't want my fragrance to intrude anybody else around me. Now, I love to kick. When I'm at work, I kick. I'm at a club, I'm at dancing, I'm out, I'm kicking. You smell me, I'm at a mall. But when I'm somewhere where there's food involved or there's a lot of people, you're going to be in the same place for a long time, I'm sort of careful on what I want my fragrance to do because I don't want to be obtrusive. I don't want to be I don't want to step in someone else's boundaries and affect their comfort zone and their allergies or anything else. So I'm very careful about that. This is one of those fragrances you have to have in your collection for that. It's another reason why a lot of people complain about Dolce and Gabbana the one, but I don't want so much that I'm starting to, even with a couple of sprays, I don't want to put so much that I'm affecting other people in certain environments. That Dolce and Gabbana is a great fragrance to have because of the way it performs, right? Nice for the close encounters. Dolce and Gabbana is the one is Dolce and Gabbana the one is that fragrance because it you spray it on. You're gonna go out to dinner. You're gonna people are gonna smell. You're gonna smell great. Not too not intrusive. Then you leave there, and then you're gonna go to a movie. Not intrusive. Great fragrance. Then you're gonna go home, right? You and your wife celebrating your anniversary. Dolce and Gabbana the one's a perfect fragrance. Michael Kors is just a step above that one. You know, it is going to give you a little bit more of Dolce and Gabbana the one, but it's not going to give you so much where it just overpowers other people. So fruity, spicy tobacco is the scent. It stays fairly linear outside of how it's moving. What notes are coming in? It's a little more fruity, it's a little more spicy, a little more tobacco, yada yada. That, but after that, uh, it's great for signature, great for a night out, great for romance, great for work. Overall, I'll give this one 4, 3.5 out of 5. Perfect fragrance to have. Great for your collection. Michael Kors for man. That's it for me. Peace.